Greetings trainers, KuroBlitz here, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you all been enjoying your time with the remakes of Sinnoh of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because today I really want to discuss that topic in regards of one aspect of the Pokemon franchise that many may or may not know, and that is the Pokemon manga, mainly the Adventures Manga or Pokemon Special or Pokéspe for short. So, as we all know, with the time of the passing of the games, we get TCG sets, we get anime series, but the manga also gets their time to shine. And with remakes, sometimes there is exceptions, sometimes there's not, but now with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and maybe with Legends Arceus, we might get something, we might not. We did not get the Let's Go chapter for the Pokemon Adventures manga, but many times than not, we get, remake chapters that can either, boost or hinder a character's personality. With Fire Red and Leaf Green, at least to me, it was great. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was also great. With Horus, there was no actual need, and that is, something that I'm, kinda in doubts with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I do believe that if they are to do something, they should do special chapters like this Mount Silver training with Red and Gold, but there are a few topics that they could do. Again, this is for basically special chapters of the Pokemon Adventures manga, not actually, a mini saga or whatever more, but I want to give, some ideas that I think it could, fit in. Of course, that the characters in the remake chapters, they are all the age of 16, as seen with Red, Gold and Ruby, so Diamond, Pearl and Platinum, they should also be 16, and in Platinum they were 12, so that means that this is basically 4 years after their adventure, which roughly takes place in the middle year between the chapter of Black and White 2, but there are some topics that could be beneficial to tell a story, or at least, to address on it, and that's what I want here to talk about today. Here are my top 5 topics to discuss in the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Adventures chapter. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so for number 5, I do have the Ramana Spark. And I do believe that having the Ramana Spark would be very interesting, because we have, special, pedestals and whatever more. Maybe we could also have, some character returns for the Ramana Spark. Case in point, the characters of, Emerald and Crystal to deal with Rayquaza or something around those lines. Because, Yana Saberlitz, Platinum's mother, she is, she's a researcher of her own, right? And she was the one who studied the Jade Orb and also, the green shard to make, to control Rayquaza. So maybe that could be, the case. So there are, some connections with Emerald, and Chris is Emerald's, she's his mentor, so I think it would be very nice to actually address on that. If they do not address that, one thing that I really hope that they could do is to bring back the character of Yellow to battle Surd, maybe to battle for the Genome Slate from, I do believe that, the Ramana Spark, because in the Adventures manga we never saw the Pole Park, so they can do the Ramana Spark in some way. But I really believe that the character of Yellow should return to battle Surd, because Surd was basically, she was, she was in both Team Rocket and in Team Galactic, and we never know what happened to her. And Yellow, Yellow did not have a return yet, and I do believe that the character of Yellow should have her character return, because, Green Oak had an X and Y, Red and Blue, they had it in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Yellow, she has eradicated a Golem, she was not in Sun and Moon. She has a Butterfree, she's not in Sword and Shield to Gigantamax. So I do believe that, in Sinnoh, battling Surd, but maybe on the run, it could be, great. Maybe she can use one of Pikachu's Z moves, either 10 million volt Thunderbolt, but then again, that's the Sato Pika Z, so maybe not, maybe, the Volt Tackle one, right? And the Surd would basically use Mega Evolution with an Urban Net. I think it would be a very interesting topic to, tackle. So yeah, for, number 5, I do have the Ramana Spark and also character returns, which are not a need, it's more of a desire. Now let's focus more on the actual cast of, you know, the Sinnoh arcs for the Pokemon Adventures manga. Number 4, I do have the character of Diamond, or Daya, to actually, you know, basically, because we are not going to mainly get Isle of Armor or Crown Tundra chapters, because those are DLCs, they are still within Sword and Shield. We might still see some characters in the future of, you know, the Sword and Shield manga, but maybe not actually going to the Isle of Armor or to the Crown Tundra, but that doesn't mean that the Pokemon cannot showcase or debut in another time. Because, you know, Diamond, he had Regigigas, so maybe seeing Regieleki and or Regidrago in, you know, Sinnoh, maybe it would be very fitting. I do like that idea. So yeah, for number 4, nothing special, just, you know, Diamond and the others having to deal, you know, with the other 2 Regis. Sinnoh is known for their myths and legends, so just let's add some more, shall we? So for number 3, right in the middle, I do believe that we should see, you know, Pearl with, you know, the Sinnoh Underground, because in the manga, the character of Pearl, he has a Diglett that might become a Dugtrio, right? So, and we have, you know, the Sinnoh Underground. Maybe, you know, Pearl and Diamond and Platinum, they can go to hideaways and maybe, you know, get some Pokemon or whatever more. I think it would be very interesting. In the manga, he also has, you know, a Tauros, that's a right Pokemon. Maybe they can do, you know, something with that about, you know, the HM slaves or whatever more, like, you know, doing, you know, rock climb or whatever more. His Weasel can become a Floatzel, right? Like in the actual games, maybe, you know, to traverse, you know, into bodies of water in the underground. You know, just a little peeve that I actually want to see, you know, in this actual chapters. I think it would be something interesting to address, to say the least. Alright then, so now for number 2, I do believe that we should continue on the underground and in the hideaways, but more for the character of Platinum Berlitz and also the shiny statues. Alright, so in the Sinnoh remakes, we do get the pretty and the gorgeous boxes, and many of them have Pokemon statues that are, you know, green colored, and when you put them in your secret base, you have better chances of actually, you know, getting shiny Pokemon. But I do believe that this could be, you know, a good way for them to do, or at least tackle Legends Arceus and the Hisui region without having an actual need to time travel to the Sinnoh of old. The Sinnoh of old, it's most likely around 150 years in the past, and the Berlitz household, it's 200 years, so it's basically before the events of Pokemon Legends Arceus, or at least around that time. And the character of Platinum Berlitz, her family, you know, her family tradition is to go to the top of Mount Coronet, get some minerals there, and make, you know, the famous family brooch. So maybe she could do something with that, because she's a scholar, her family is basically all scholars, and if Moon from Sun and Moon is her actual younger sister, we might see her before the events of Alola. And she's going to get Rowlet, and we see Rowlet in Legends Arceus, so, you know, there is a possibility for that. Not to mention that the shiny statues being green colored, it's because they are made of jade. Jade is the name of Hisui. Hisui means jade in Japanese. So maybe we can see, you know, something related to, you know, the past of Sinnoh with the Hisui region, right? And it would be very great to see the character of Platinum Berlitz actually tackling that, you know, from a scholar perspective. I really would like to see, you know, her character doing some research about her family past and about, you know, the Wardens or whatever more. I think like having side chapters as flashbacks would be very great for a Pokemon Adventures manga. But yeah, these are, you know, the 4 before the final one. Now let's go with the final one. Number 1 needs to be a Platinum episode or an Alpha episode with, you know, the Shadow Giratina. If not Shadow Giratina from the actual games, a level 100 boss, a shiny Giratina. Because don't get me wrong, I do believe that, you know, the Platinum chapter, it was basically, you know, Hoopa Clash of Ages, the movie, but it was, you know, an actual arc in the distortion world, right? But we had too much legendaries and we doesn't feel like, you know, Giratina had, you know, the focus that he actually needed. And I actually want to see that because, you know, he's yellow colored, right? And Platinum also, he is tied with Yuxi, the Pokemon of knowledge. So I do believe that if they actually, you know, tackle the distortion world a little bit more, right? I think it would be very interesting to see. But yeah, like, then again, there are, you know, a lot of things that they could do with, you know, the characters from, you know, Sinnoh, like the main cast or even the side cast. They can have, for example, you know, Rosianne, Rowan's assistant with the Dunsparce, right? They can even do something with her, like, we don't know. But there are, you know, possibilities. I just, you know, like the Pokemon Adventures manga way too much for them to bypass the idea of, you know, writing something for Sinnoh. They don't have the need to, but at least with special chapters, I think it would be very great. Guys, so thank you all so much for watching. I'm already at 100 subscribers, so thank you all so much for... not 100, 1000, sorry. But thank you all so much for the support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So, trainers, thank you all very much, and continue on with your Pokemon journey.